Guys, Manhattan is an island. I know that sounds crazy, but some people don't know that. We are a giant island, and a great way to see this island is from the water, since we're completely surrounded by water. You could take the Circle Line, which is just a big ass boat, take you all the way around. That's why it's called the Circle Line. Take you out by the Statue of Liberty. If you're on a good day, you can see unalived bodies float by, which is always fun. Or if you got time to kill, why not come spend a couple hours at the USS Intrepid? Now this is an airspace museum, and it is open, I think, 7 days a week. The USS Intrepid is a non-commissioned, decommissioned aircraft carrier. And as you can see, there's a whole bunch of aircraft still on top of it. They have the SR-71 Blackbird. I see a Blue Angel up there. I see an F-4 Phantom. I see an F-14 or F-15 Tomcat, an A-6A Intruder. This aircraft carrier saw heroic duty in World War II, in Korea, and in Vietnam. In World War II, it was actually hit several times by kamikaze pilots from Japan. I think about 500 people over the years have passed away on this very large, it's like a city. In fact, when 9/11 happened, which happened about a mile and a half that way, when 9/11 happened, the FBI came and commandeered it, and this became the FBI station. This is where thousands of FBI agents would come to work, and many of them came to live on here. It served after World War II as a kind of a bodyguard, if you will, in Korea and in Vietnam. But then it was used, if you look at the yellow raft right there, I'll try to zoom in, but I'm using my glasses right now. It was to pick up the capsules that came back from the moon. If we shot a rocket into outer space, the capsule would come down with 3 parachutes, and this would go and pick them up in the Mediterranean, in the Black Sea, the Red Sea. Wow. If you look at the big white pointy building right there, underneath it is one of the space shuttles called the Enterprise. All this is from memory. By the way, here is a picture of that very shuttle as they shuttled it on the barges all the way down the Hudson River. I actually took this photo myself in front of the Statue of Liberty. I'm really proud of this shot. And then it ended up being placed on top of the Intrepid. Robbie Knievel jumped a whole bunch of airplanes on his motorcycle. I was actually here that night, and it was insane. I had to take the sound off so TikTok doesn't take me down, but hopefully you'll get to see this. That's him jumping a bunch of planes on top of the Intrepid. When the group KISS got back together for their reunion, they announced it here with Conan O'Brien on this ship.
Ladies and gentlemen, members of the international press, and members of the KISS Army. Ladies and gentlemen, last week when they asked me to introduce KISS, I had just 2 questions. 2 questions. What time and what aircraft carrier?
This is a wonderful, wonderful piece of American history, and you can come and visit it 7 days a week. It's the USS Intrepid. Google that. I'll show you some better pictures up here. Guys, as you can see, the USS Intrepid is 3 football fields long. It's 2,365 feet, and at its base can withstand about 16 million metric tons of, okay, I made all that up. I don't know none of that shit. Okay, don't Google that. I lied about it. I was trying to impress you. I don't know how long it is. I don't know what the hell it holds. I don't know when it was built. What the hell am I, a tour guide? I'm showing you the damn ship. And I believe with all those antennas up there, they do get HBO and Cinemax, which I hear the sailors enjoy. There it is, guys. That is the USS Intrepid. And look at the size of these anchors. Did you know each anchor weighs approximately 12,350 pounds? And not only, okay, I lied again. I don't know what they weigh. What's wrong with you people? Why would you think I would know that? What are you, crazy? It's a big ass anchor. There's one there and there's one there, and I think there's one on the other side. All you need to know is that's a big ass anchor. All right, you kids at home watching this, if you do a book report on this, just tell your teacher the U.S. Intrepid had big ass anchors. Bookie Bob told me on his show. One of the star attractions of the USS Intrepid is that black plane right there. That is called the SR-71 Blackbird. It was so famous that in the 40s, 50s, when it first came out, it could not be photographed or you would be arrested for espionage. It was a secret plane. It was going to be a fighter plane, but it was so fast it would shoot itself down, so they ended up making it a reconnaissance plane. This is how we got all of those pictures of Russia during the Cold War. It would fly so high and so fast that the Russian satellites could not pick it up. That is the SR-71 Blackbird sitting on top of the U.S. Intrepid. Now, the SR-70 Blackbird, you guys might not know this, but did you, okay, I was gonna lie again. I gotta quit lying. You guys are too smart to fall for my crap. I gotta quit lying. Another one of the star attractions is the submarine. That is a nuclear sub, obviously decommissioned. That's a Harley. You can hear the Harley. That is a nuclear sub, decommissioned, but that is, in fact, a nuclear sub parked right here at the world famous USS Intrepid. If you guys want to go, you could buy tickets right here. It's open, I believe, 7 days a week, and you go in there, you're going to be there for hours. If you're into like war or space, it is called the Air Space Museum. I think you'll enjoy yourself here at the beautiful Intrepid. I hope you enjoyed my video. Please be kind and loving to each other, and let's talk again real soon. Now that's Manhattan. Did you know that Manhattan has 6,345,000 people? All right, I quit. I can't with you guys.